That's what I'm saying. And all these people that associate him or been involved with him, bro, like as it gets outed, bro, you're gonna see all your favorite celebrities, all your favorite influencers, all these motherfuckers. Nah, they was they was sitting right there with Diddy. They was sitting right there with him at the white parties, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. Druski. Drew Desbordes. You might be done, boy. You might be done. Y'all already know what it is, baby. I ain't gonna lie. You saw title and thumbnail. Yeah, apparently, Druski been having way too many interactions with P. Slip and Slide Diddler. Crazy works. And now, he done got himself caught up. Apparently now, Druski got some allegations that aren't looking too great, especially if you are an associate of the Diddler. An actual Arkham villain that Batman need to come through and sweep up. But it's wild works we got going on here, and y'all already know if it's a situation like this, because you know me and the boss, check us out, links in the description. We didn't cover the whole Diddy John, and when his trial actually come up, we're covering the whole John too, but y'all already know how it gets down. So yeah, like I said, we got to get in and gel about it. So let's do it. Y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out Cam Nuggets. We got the Druski allegations are life ruining. Y'all already know what it is. If you want to watch the OG vid, that boy gonna be down in the description. First link. I ain't playing. Go share the love. Especially with Cam Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? You watch him all the time. But let's do it. Let's do it, gangsta. Hold on, bro. They got the camera on, please.
Immediately blanking plaintiff. Defendant Druski doused plaintiff with more oil and lubricant and jumped on top of plaintiff's blank and oiled body, treating it like a slip and slide, and knocking the wind out of plaintiff due to his enormous size. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a real statement. This is a real testimony inside of a new ongoing trial, accusation.
Yeah, what the hell do we got going on here?
A lawsuit involving now what appears to be Sean P. Diddy Combs, Odell Beckham Jr., and now, you know, internet celebrity comedian Druski. One of the unlikely figures we would ever expect to see in this situation.
And that's the funniest thing, because me and the boss were always talking about it with the, you know, the Diddler. Like, bruh, when the subpoenas come out, bulls like Usher, bulls like Oprah, bulls like Trumpy, they not calling Trumpy in for the subpoena for the Diddy John. That would act like the whole country collapse. But like, with all these type motherfuckers, like, yeah, they were gonna get called in eventually, and now that this shit is really happening, bro, sayonara fucking OBJ and Druski, but like, especially Druski now, bro, it's really clips. It'll make more and more heads gonna get exposed, and when y'all do, it's fucking done, baby. It's done. That shit is gone.
Especially considering that these claims are coming from 2018, long before Druski claims to even be famous. Now, Variety over here put this article out. Odell Beckham Jr. and Druski named a new Sean Diddy Combs blank assault lawsuit. Both deny involvement. The lawsuit, filed in California late Friday, implicates more than a dozen defendants, including Diddy, Beckham, Druski, singer-rapper Jaguar Wright, and others, in an assault on Ashley Parham and 2 John Does. Parham alleged in a filing made last October that she'd been kidnapped and assaulted by multiple individuals after Diddy heard her saying that she believed he was involved in the 1996 blank of rapper Tupac Shakur.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Heads got the conspiracies, they got the theories. I ain't gonna cap. Seeing as what Diddy's going through right now, I wouldn't be shocked if he has something to do with it. He probably does. But yeah, even say, bro, Diddy had people drugging her, kidnapping her, and assaulting her, like, bro. And then plus, y'all remember he had the 120 different sexual assault cases, like, bro, it's completely cooked.
This amended filing identifies several of the individuals who are allegedly involved. The alleged comment took place over a FaceTime call between Diddy and associate Shane Pierce in February of 2018, and the alleged assault took place at one of the defendants' apartments the following month. So these allegations involving Druski and Odell Beckham apparently from March of 2018. So now, like, just as a reminder, this is according to Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt. October 2017 is when Druski, aka Desbordes, began posting comedic skits and other comedic content on his Instagram account under the handle of Druski2Fun, aka Druski. In his early skits, he pretended to be a frat bro named Kyle Roger, a ruthless record label executive, and other characters, such as Bubba Joe, garnering a wide audience. Now, the only reason I'm including this part is
them skits is funny as and I'm serious.
because in the future of this video, Druski's going to make a claim. He put out a tweet saying that he wasn't famous in 2018, so like the idea of him, being at one of these Diddy parties is impossible, right?
That's looking like Catboy. It's looking like Trap Cap Druski, baby. But nah, yeah, like obviously like they don't say, yeah, Druski been low key, like, posting videos and been on there for a while. Now, has he been in the corporate mainstream level for a minute? Nah, probably within like the last 3 years. But like even still though, like he definitely had motion, and so this is looking like a Cap, like,
right? But is it impossible? I wouldn't say so. I mean, you don't have to be a millionaire, a billionaire to like be friends with, Diddy and hang out.
That's what I'm saying. It's really just about who you know, and Diddy be trying to know everybody, because again, the diddler. Disgusting. Like, yo, come on, bro.
These parties and whatnot. But, the chances of them, knowing each other before his huge success and fame that started around 2020 kind of makes things a little iffy, right? But that's just my opinion. You're allowed your own.
Because it's like...
Now, this site over here called PacerMonitor.com essentially has archived, like, all of the parts of this case involving Parham versus Combs. And the most recent update, of course, was Friday, March 7th, 2025, against Sean Combs, Kristen Coram, Sean Pierce, Ruben Valdez, Odell Beckham Jr., Drew Desbordes, Jacqueline Wright, Matias Gonzalez, Brandy Cunningham, right? You have all these different names. It's kind of weird how this name is, like, not uppercase. Like Drew Desbordes, that is Druski. And now, of course, we also have the actual document. I'll probably link this down below. If not, probably
it's
just...
like when we read the Diddy indictment. Like, bruh, come on, bro. It's just indictment after indictment after, bro. Doc after doc after lawsuit after lawsuit after file, like, bro.
To like avoid YouTube censorship and whatnot. It's on Twitter. You can easily find it. Anyways, you do have access to see like who involved, right? Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Love Puff, blah blah blah. If you scroll down here, it's like a further elaboration of like everyone involved in this lawsuit. This includes, of course, Druski, aka Drew Desbordes, aka Druski. Now, what I've seen people mention is like, why would they use the name Druski in a like public document?
Yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking earlier. Like when I had first seen this, when we first like started playing the video, I'm like, they wouldn't use like Druski in like an official like like court document. They wouldn't use like an alias like or a name like that. They would put it in quotes, like how some of these Johns here are, like these Johns are in quotes. Like if they have like, a nickname type of John, they would use their actual like first and last government name now. But in this one, they got it. Drew Desbordes, Druski, tough boy. Like, goddamn,
you know what I mean? Why would they
shit.
say Druski? This is so unprofessional. And I think it's just like a legal thing. It's basically saying what the plaintiff is saying happened, and so the plaintiff is going to like say things. And so this is their way of saying like, when plaintiff says Druski, they're referring to, of course, Drew Desbordes. It's not that this is unprofessional or like some fake document or fake claim. Again, these are allegations, so we're not saying it's 100% true, but the fact that they're using like Druski doesn't take away from the fact that this is a real document. It's not really like a funny thing. Some of the things described in this are definitely funny ideas, funny concepts, right? We're not laughing at the idea of this horrific thing that Diddy and all these other people may have possibly been involved in.
It's funny that these crimes and shit happen. Like, obviously, it's like, fuck Diddy, he's a fucking weirdo, weird-ass nigga, joker-ass nigga, like, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And all these people that associate him or been involved with him, bro, like, as it gets outed, bro, you're gonna see all your favorite celebrities, all your favorite influencers, all these motherfuckers, nah, they was they was sitting right there with Diddy. They was sitting right there with him at the white parties, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. Druski. Drew Desbordes. You might be done, boy. You might be done. Yeah, but nah, seriously, this John is just absolutely disgusting. But the factor is, I see where it came, like, it's just still coming from, like, it's kind of funny to think, like, fucking Druski, the comedian guy, he was doing all these bullshit ass situations that he be making skits about and shit. Wow.
in. But the idea of Druski oiling up and slip and sliding and belly flopping on a person is hilarious, right? Minus all of the other horrific things, that is a funny ass concept to imagine. I don't think that's really like offensive to say. That is just a ridiculous thing to imagine reading in 2025. Now, in this part of the document, it's part 22, which is page 7. It says Defendant Drew Desportes, Defendant Druski, is an individual who, upon information and belief, resides in and is domiciled in either Maryland or Georgia, previously referred to as John Doe in Plaintiff Parham's original complaint. So I guess John Doe, aka Druski, was one of the original people that like this person didn't want to leak or air out to the public, who I guess now she's changed her mind. You know, maybe her lawyers said, hey, we have more information, you know, you might be able to get away with this, or, you know, we have enough proof to somehow get Druski involved, which is pretty scary, again, for anyone who's been a fan of this.
I was saying, that's why I like this Hollywood shit, this corpo shit. I would never get fucking involved with these niggas. Like, hell no. Because it's just so like, you know what I mean? It's just so, it just, you could tell there's a lot of collusion and weird shit just feeling like again, even like I was talking about in one of the other videos like yesterday, bruh, like with the whole H3 and denim shit, like you could feel in your body like some tenseness in these uncomfortable situations. I couldn't be standing around none of these niggas. Like I would be feeling that shit on a constant, like on a literal constant, bro.
Guy, one thing specifically I'm not a fan of, and it's for this image right here. They use this image of Druski and Odell Beckham to like prove like, oh yeah, look, they know each other. But literally one Google search, you can see that this photo is from a 2024 Fanatics Super Bowl party, right? So it's interesting. That's a whole, what is it, like 4, 5, 6 years apart. Obviously you would think if, you know, they were mingling around in 2018 and had contact with each other, it should be a
pictures and like evidence would be from then. Yeah, no, I see what you're
bit easier to find a more recent image. That's just a minor nitpick I have. Now we get to 76 on page 17. It says the defendant Diddy instructed another defendant Doe to also blank plaintiff.
Oh gosh.
Defendant Doe has been determined to be defendant Druski. So in the original situation, we I don't know if you guys remember when people were covering a lot of this Diddy stuff. Basically, people were wondering what celebrities were involved in this situation. We had lots of names bouncing around, and I'm sure nobody expected Druski of all people.
Yeah, I'm like,
now, instead of immediately
I'm like, what the fuck? I started reading that like, oh my
blanking the plaintiff, defendant Druski doused plaintiff with more oil and lubricant, then jumped on top of plaintiff's blank and oiled body, treating it like a slip and slide, knocking the wind out of plaintiff due to his enormous size. Again, this is not funny, but this is ridiculous.
I'm just sitting here in awe,
treating
like that
it
shit, like this
like
even happens.
A slip and slide, knocking the wind out of plaintiff due to his enormous size. That
is crazy how they got the fucking details for that.
Sounds like something out of like a comedy skit, honestly. Defendant Druski then caught himself from sliding over plaintiff's body and off the bed. He then began blanking plaintiff, you know. While defendant Druski was blanking the plaintiff, defendant Diddy sat in a chair near the bed and began, you know, tugging his tube while recording plaintiff's blank by defendant Druski.
Yo, Diddy, nigga. Diddy, you're a fucking loser ass nigga. You are a joker ass nigga. Like I already said, Batman should have been put his dumb ass in Arkham. But you are a cucked soy boy ass bitch. I swear to God, bro. The diddler son, you always hear this shit. This nigga always got his complimentary bottle of baby oil over there in the corner, bro, ready to be fucking getting cucked. Like this shit is so ridiculous, bro. I swear to God. If you were one of the niggas who were associated with Diddy and were constantly going on white parties, I can't wait till they get your ass in court, boy. I can't wait till they subpoena your dumb ass. It's gonna be hilarious.
Another party's phone fell off the bed near plaintiff. Plaintiff attempted to grab the phone, but it slipped out of her hands and onto the floor due to the oil and lube that had been doused all over the person by defendants Diddy and Druski.
What the fuck?
Defendant Diddy began laughing at plaintiff's attempt to grab the phone. Throughout this violent blank, defendant Diddy made constant belittling remarks to plaintiff, including that he owned her now.
What the hell? Yo, that shit. What the what the fuck? Bro, that shit just sent a shiver down my fucking spine. Yo, can I just be imagining, what the fuck do you do in these situations, bro? Even if you try to fight back, bro, you fighting, all these fucking corpo ass, got hella yes men ass, big ass, 6'8" security guard ass niggas. Bro, you're fucked, bro.
At some point during this ordeal, plaintiff remembered.
And that's why I also keep saying, too, Diddy ass is fuck. I think Diddy should just give up. Nigga, you're cooked regardless. It doesn't even fucking matter, because the shit they already got you on, you're done for. You're never getting out of jail.
The defendants referring to another defendant, though, as Cornelius, and remembered the name because it was so odd and unique. Plaintiff has come to discover the defendant, Doe Cornelius, who blanked her, was defendant Odell Beckham. Plaintiff's body was becoming more and more limp over the course of this blank, until eventually she had no control over her body, nor could she move her body. Now,
yo, if this shit is really fucking true, bro, yo, Druski, Odell, y'all niggas are, oh my god. These niggas are already fucked just based off these allegations, but yo, it is gonna be so crazy what the shift in Hollywood is gonna look like, bro, because you're gonna see how fucking disgusting these Hollywood niggas are, bro, or they could potentially be. Now again, we don't know if this is all exactly 100% true. This is the allegations, bro. I thought we'd been off the allegation shit, but I guess like I said, 2024, 2025, bro. Oh my god, bro. You know what I'm saying? Double it, 2 years of this shit, dumbass. But on a real note, bro, there is so many niggas in this Hollywood shit and this famous celebrity shit that just be on real heinous, just disgusting, bro, it's just so fucked.
Now this kind of goes towards the allegations of, Diddy was buying all of this oil in abundance and he was putting stuff inside of the oil, and it was essentially making it so it would kind of numb people up. It was laced with stuff, right? There's no other way to say it. And this kind of backs that up. Again, these are allegations, but to have more descriptive, discussions about what exactly was involved is always good. When defendant Druski finished blanking the plaintiff, defendant KK entered the room to examine the condition of plaintiff, who was barely able to move or control her body functions. Now, 249 says plaintiff Jane Doe witnessed the defendant Druski douse plaintiff, par him in oil, and jumped and slid across her body. So she's kind of, backing up the slip and slide allegations again. Crazy thing to say in 2025. Plaintiff John Doe observed defendant Diddy.
Absolutely freaking wild shit.
Druski maniacally and hysterically laughing, while plaintiff attributed to their use.
Now, these niggas are actually fucking jokers, bro. What the fuck? Now they was doing the Dio laugh where you laugh with your fucking eyes open. Ha 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 ha. Head ass. Boy, these niggas was really on that shit. Y'all niggas is actually terrible human beings if this shit is true. I
can go on and on reading the rest of this. Of course, again, everything's going to be linked. And if it's not, you can find it on Twitter. You can find it on Google just by Googling Druski, P. Diddy, lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, Druski ended up putting out a statement on Instagram. This is still up right now. It probably will be up for about 5 more hours. Says this allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke, living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish. My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse, but I'm fully confident the evidence will expose this falsehood and the individuals who are maliciously trying to game the legal system to peddle false narratives. And there we
okay, yeah. I'd like to see a little bit more from Druski's side, you know what I'm saying? But
have it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a lot to add on this situation, of course. I'm not involved. Either way, I think the entire Diddy stuff has just gone on and on and on, and it's taken so many turns and left and rights, and other people started getting involved. And
as I'm saying, his lawyers are quitting on him. Then more stuff is coming out. Then Mark is looking more like a dumbass, still talking about the baby oil, and it's yeah, this whole Diddy shit. I'm just waiting for the trials.
In a situation a few months
that's
back,
when everything really gonna come out.
That got dropped, and now we have Druski, literally Druski of all people, involved. Someone I never would have expected to see in drama like this. I mean, He says controversial things. He does controversial things. Never would have expected this. Even an allegation of this. Again, it's a complete allegation. This is a complete unproven idea as of now. I'm not saying the woman's a liar. I'm not saying Druski's a liar. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just reading what is public information at this point. Something
Oh, this
that
has
is
been a
going to
lawsuit.
court. Okay, this isn't like, you know, some hearsay someone just put on a Twitter story and like made up, right? This is something that's a little more serious since, you know, of course it's going to now be, you know, for the court of law to decide. And basically, this woman's life and career and future is on the line here. And so are all these other people's, like Druski and now Odell Beckham and a bunch of
And
other
that's
people.
the crazy thing. I don't even know why these celebrities and shit even do this, Joe. Like, I don't even like. I understand the association with Diddy because he's like a billionaire, he's a huge public like connection figure. But like, bro, if you even hear the lick of this heinous John, I'm not even like, bro, fuck the connections at that point, bro. Because like, yeah, fine, you could have had the connections, but now, oh, and all these niggas are getting called out, and all these niggas get subpoenas and have to show up to fucking Diddy's trial to say their case, knowing that they did some fucking heinous bullshittery. Well, what did them connections get into you then? Them connections got you into some bullshittery. And we don't got to deal with it if we just focus on growing our own platforms instead of, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, like, you know, part of growing your platform is collaborations and all that. But, like, yo, let's really make sure them collaborations got good backgrounds. A little background check. I ain't gonna cap, like.
People that were named in this lawsuit. Again, I want to know what you guys think down below. This is kind of disappointing. Again, I don't think that I don't want to think that Druski did something like this.
Not
But
sure.
if he did, of course, he's a horrible person. And even if he didn't, these allegations are life ruining, career ruining. It's kind of whack. It's scary. Scary stuff, my friends. But either way, I want you all to stay safe. Keep your eyes peeled out there. Be careful. Avoid any of the slip and slides. All okay. No jokes. No jokes. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
You should already know what it is, man. Shout out Cam Nuggets. That was the Druski allegations are life ruining. Y'all already know what it is. If you want to watch the OG vid, down description, first link. Go share the love to Cam Nuggets. But yeah, final opinion and conjecture. Yeah, basically like just Cam Nuggets just came off of saying like if these allegations are true, this is absolutely life ruining for Druski. This is like career ending. Same thing for OBJ as well. But like you know what I'm saying, having you know what I'm saying more and more lawsuits and things coming about from the Diddy case and all that more and more information and you know the closer we get to his trial a little bit more you know people are going to get exposed for some of these actions they get for hanging with these you know what I'm saying with these corpo disgusting Arkham villain has bulls you know how it gets and yeah unfortunately that could have potentially been Druski if this is allegedly true. But you already know. I guess like I was saying in the video, also like double it 2025. I guess is now also the year allegations part 2 type shit. But either way, again, shout out Cam Nuggets. I'm not finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.